If you want to get a reverse mortgage on your condo and you actually want it to go through without a bunch of pain and suffering, you need to watch this video. So I'm thinking of a couple types of people right now. Number one, if you know your condo is not approved for FHA financing, which is 90% of the people out there, most condos aren't approved for the FHA because it's a disaster and they want absolutely every little thing. I'm going to actually show you in this video what the FHA requests, and it's ridiculous. So if you know you're not able to get FHA financing, or if you've tried, you've put the effort forth, maybe you've tried to get a FHA reverse mortgage, or you've gone to one of these proprietary reverse mortgage lenders who said, oh yeah, we'll get your condo approved, and they go through the process, and 30 days later, after a lot of aggravation, some dollars spent, and a big old headache, you still don't have a reverse mortgage. I'm going to show you what I'm doing right now for my clients to get their condos approved with a specific type of investor so that their reverse mortgage goes through. So if that's you, then hop aboard and I'm going to do my best to help you. Now let's do this. Let's present this slideshow right here, and I'll show you. I probably should have done this before I started this thing, but there I am. Here's the presentation. I'm going to get rid of my ugly mug, and we'll just go through here. So this is all about how to easily get a reverse mortgage on your condo without dealing with or getting turned down by the FHA. All right? So now, if you're, and yes, getting turned down by the FHA means you're bashing your head up against the wall and you're getting no benefit. You're not actually, it's okay to bash your head up against the wall if you eventually get through it. Yeah, you've got a headache, but you've got a lot of money, so it's okay. But to bash your head up against the wall, to work so hard to get this thing and not be able to do that, that is so frustrating. And that's a lot of the folks who are coming to me. They've tried to get a reverse on their condo before, but they weren't able to do it. So here's some vital information for you before you start the reverse mortgage process if you're considering getting a reverse on your condo. So now what you should know already from this 2 minutes and 29 seconds is if your condo is not approved by the FHA, it will need to be approved and everything's going to have to be perfect. Now, how long does this take? It could just take 30 days, or more likely, the process could take months. And I'll let you guess what the next slide is right here. Does it work or does it not work? Unfortunately, over 90% of the time, folks try to get their condos approved for FHA financing. They fail, they fall flat on their face, and they're very frustrated. Here's why. I'm going to show you real quick. These next 2 pages. This is like the application to HUD and the FHA. So when you want to get your condo approved by the FHA, and some of the proprietary lenders, they do the same thing. They title their form differently, but it's the same damn thing. You got to fill out page 1, and this is not you actually. This is the condo association. Page 1, page 2, page 3, and page 4. And then you got to give them all of these documents. Initial documents, project documentation. Now, if you live in a condo, you know your HOA isn't going to want to do this. And even if they do, look at everything that they need. Do you think, because the FHA is so regimented, do you think there's one thing or 2 things that can go wrong? Of course there is. Now, if you want to see this, I'm not gonna walk through this whole thing. You can see that it's a very, very long, arduous process. But if you want to push pause and actually copy down this stuff, then go ahead. Or if you want to just email me, you can reach me at the contact information below. If you want to just ask for a copy of all this stuff, I'm glad to give it to you. Before we do that, before we get into, go this way. I just gave you the bad news that if you're looking to get FHA approved on your condo, it's not going to work probably. But there is an alternative, and that's why I'm doing this video. And it's because I'm closing more and more condos despite not being able to get financed with traditional reverses or the FHA reverse, which is the HECM. So who am I? Why am I qualified to even talk about this stuff? My name is Jason Eichmiller. I own this channel, Reverse Mortgage Reality and Key Home Lending. My contact information, we're not going to spend time on that. It's flashing on the bottom of the screen the entire duration of this video. But suffice it to say, I've helped a little bit over 450 seniors learn about and get reverse mortgages. And these slides always move on me. I don't know why. But anyway, this is the website. So you can call me, you can email me if you just want to chat right away. Or if you go to reversequotes.com, you can actually put your information in to book a call. If you're on desktop, I'm showing the desktop right now on the screen. The form submits on the right. If you're on a mobile phone, then the form submits below. And then even farther below that, I've got a bunch of testimonials, interviews with senior citizens and their adult children. And then even farther below that, I've got some testimonials. Oops, we skipped ahead again because I can't get this thing to stop. So here's Lane. We actually just closed Lane a couple weeks ago. He's just a great guy. Paul, we did actually did a reverse mortgage for his mom to keep her in her condo, and he was the one who said, hey, I really want to do this FHA reverse. So we tried to get it approved with the FHA, and it just took over a month, and of course it failed. But then we submitted it to the new lender, and we got it closed in about 2 weeks. So Paul's mom got the home health care she needed, and she lived in her home for the rest of her life. She's since passed, but at least she died in her condo, in her home. And it's a really cool place, overlooking the intercoastal right in North Palm Beach, Florida. So beautiful place. So anyway, just touched on Paul. Lane Arlander, I just helped out. And then Oscar, he was about a year ago or so, and he shopped me around with everybody, but eventually ended up going with me to help him. So again, push pause if you want to read all of these, and go to the website if you want to see more. So enough about me and all the people I helped. Let's talk about you. So how you can easily get a reverse mortgage for your condo. Again, I'm going to show you this ridiculous, arduous process. If you want to get your condo approved for FHA financing, the condo association's got to do all this stuff, and they've got to provide this whole list, which is ridiculous, and no HOA is really going to do it. And even if they do, FHA is going to find something wrong with it, and they're going to say, denied, unfortunately. So this was with the HECM, which is the HUD reverse mortgage. Now, the proprietary reverse mortgage is different. So proprietary reverse mortgages are outside of the FHA, so the investors can do whatever they want. Really, there's just fewer dumb rules. If they want to approve a condo, as long as they're not getting sued for the building falling down or a couple other things, then they're going to be okay. So here's what we do. Here's how to figure out if this thing gets approved. And instead of spending months to figure out, how about we shorten that to 2 or 3 days? So I'm going to show you the checklist that you need to get filled out by the homeowners association. And you think, man, they're never going to fill something out. Really? It's 1 page. It's 15 questions. They fill everything out. In a perfect world, everything's filled out, marked true. I'm just closing one actually tomorrow where number 13 was marked false, and it still went through. So they need to provide this, and they need to provide a copy of their master insurance policy, which is super easy to get. And then what I will personally do, and I've got one lender who will help me out in doing it, is I will approve your condo before we start the process, which means before we go. Now, of course, we'll talk about what you can qualify for, how the reverse will work for you. I'll give you exact specifics on exactly how the reverse will work for you. But you're not going to pay for an appraisal up front. You're not going to pay for a counseling up front until the condo is approved and you say you want to do it. So we're saving you time and we're saving you money. Both of those are a net win for the folks that I help. They're appreciative that we can get this going in the beginning, not in the very end. And here's a little hint. I'll help you kind of figure it out yourself. If you have this information, if your condo is approved for Fannie or Freddie, that means a conventional loan. So if you call your condo association and say, hey, I'm pretty sure you're not approved for FHA financing, but are you able to get Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac loans, which means basically our mortgages being done in the association. So if mortgages are being written in your condo association, there's over a 97% chance that we're going to be able to approve it also. And again, we'll approve it in a couple days, so it's nice and quick. So that's basically if you have a condo, you're looking to get a reverse, even if you've been turned down before. My friend Ursula, we're probably closing her next week. We got approved 2 days ago. She already got all of her documentation in, so I'm setting up for a clear to close for next week. But she had been turned down by multiple reverse mortgage companies, proprietary and FHA. So she came to me, and this is kind of her swan song, her final go at this, and we're able to close it in probably about a week from when it came out of underwriting. Bob's closing tomorrow. Same thing. Bob didn't think it could work. He told me yesterday on the phone, "Hey, I'm not sure. I didn't really think you could do it." I said, "Bob, I'm not going to waste time. If I can do it, I'm going to do it. If there's any way possible to do it, I'm going to do it for you." So he's super happy too. So other reasons why this specific proprietary reverse program works really well. I'm going to give you a laundry list. It's 2 pages. I'm going to speed through it too, but feel free to pause it and you can write all this stuff down. Or you can always give me a call and I can go over how this will work exactly for you. I will have questions for you though, so I can dial it in and make it specific to your situation and your needs. So anyway, first thing up is your minimum age to do this is 55. It's not 62 like the traditional reverse mortgages. There's no income checks if your credit is really good. If your credit's under 780, as long as you have some sort of income, Social Security, you don't have a yacht payment and a helicopter payment, then you're normally okay. As far as fees go, we don't charge mortgage insurance, unlike the FHA. And unlike other proprietary reverses, the FARs, the Longbridges, and a couple others, there's no minimum home value and no minimum loan size. So I've done these to a value as high, or loan sizes over $3 million, but I've also done them for loan sizes under $200,000. So just so you know, they're not going to turn you down because your loan size is too small. Next, look at that. I haven't hit 4 million yet on a loan size, but I've hit 3. So we'll end up to $4 million. In a lot of cases, it just depends on when you watch this, you will qualify for more money than a HUD reverse mortgage. You can pay off the debt to qualify. So aside from, or kind of different from regular reverse mortgages, in some cases you can actually pay off your credit card, use the reverse mortgage money to pay off your credit cards as opposed to getting the money and then paying them off. That's kind of like either way it works, right? You're getting the money to pay them off if you're in that situation. It is a non-FHA required appraisal, which is good. And then finally, if you're free and clear, and a lot of these are free and clear, most of the folks who are free and clear with these loans, they want to get the money. They don't want it in the lender's pocket. So with this one, they're going to give you the money all up front. So you get the money in one fell swoop if you want it that way. They'll give it to you, and then you have the money. You do whatever you want with it, as opposed to the regular reverse where they only give you 60% up front, and you've got to wait an entire year for the next 40%. So one word of warning. These proprietary reverse investors all do have different rules. Again, they can do whatever they want. But there's only one that I've found, and I have relationships with just about every single major reverse mortgage company. I'm a broker. I keep these relationships with all these companies for situations just like this. No matter what your situation is and what your need is, I need to make sure that I've got the lender in my back pocket who's going to do the very best by you. So this one, they have by far the easiest condo approval process. By far, okay? So we have to choose the right one, but if we do choose the right one, and leave that up to me, I'm an expert at this. I'm not good at much. My clients make fun of me because they hear me say it over and over again, but the only 2 things I'm really good at in this world are reverse mortgages and chasing my kids around the backyard and keeping them occupied. So everything else, not very good. This, very, very, very good. So I can get you to the right investor. And in this case, I know if you have a condo, I know exactly who to go to. So what to do right now? Again, if you live in a condo and you've either been turned down for an FHA reverse or proprietary reverse, or if you're just getting started and you don't want to be given a big old runaround, then just reach out. Give me a shout. Glad to talk. I can do one of two things. I can either send you the condo form to have your association complete, and remember we'll need that, and we'll need a copy of the master policy, or we can chat first and go over what you need this for, what your goals are, and then we can put together a plan. And then once looking at the plan, if you decide that you still want to do a reverse, then we'll get the condo approved first, again, because I don't want you to, oh, this is free, I skipped ahead one. I don't want you to have to put out money before you're approved to actually be able to do this. I think this is fair. So yeah, again, doing this, by the way, is free. I only get paid when we close. So it's a terrible analogy. I'll get some flack from one of you, but like the attorney on TV in some ways, I only get paid when you win. That means when we close the reverse mortgage and you're happy. So here's my contact information again, but I don't need to stay on that slide. Contact information's been kind of floating around the bottom of the screen this entire time. But again, my name is Jason Eichmiller. If you need help, if you've made it through this video and you don't have a condo, God bless you. Thank you for watching this. I don't know why you watched it. But if you do own a condo and you're looking to get a reverse mortgage on it, if you're looking to purchase a reverse mortgage into a condo, if you're not sure if it's eligible for FHA financing, or you want all the money up front, or you've been turned down before. I can't tell you how many people I'm helping right now who've been turned down by other reverse mortgage companies because their condo association, it doesn't fit in the FHA box. If that's you and you really want to get this done well and done quick, then I'll do my very, very best to help you. Just feel free to give me a shout. Best way to reach me, call the phone, 888-309-9705. If you want to email me, go ahead, jason@keyhomelending.com, or you can go to reversequotes.com. Take a look at a couple of the senior testimonials, and then put your information in on the right or on the bottom, depending on if you're on desktop or mobile, and we'll pick a time to chat. All right, well, thank you so much for your attention. And again, through my clients, I know how frustrating it is when you get turned down because you live in a condo, and it's not your fault, but the FHA makes condos very, very, very tough. So here's throwing you a bone right here. This is the easy button. So use it if you like, and feel free to call, and I'll do my very, very best for you. All right, take care of yourself, and see you soon.